So, guys, NRA show. How many NRA shows is this for you?
I'm not telling you. I mean, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A
lot.
Indy is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Indianapolis, I've never been to this town. I missed the last one, and it was the only NRA show I've missed, and since I've started doing all this stuff. But
no,
downtown
Indy's
area is
really
cool.
fun. The airport is really nice to fly into.
Yeah.
I mean, and the downtown is cool. And then excited for Nashville next year, of course, too.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
yep. And that's
Can't
what I
wait.
try to keep telling people is if you haven't been to the NRA show, it's a fun thing. I mean, kids, just bring
Young
your wives,
kids, older
whatever.
kids. Yeah.
Everybody, there's something for everybody.
No doubt. And we're all kindred spirits here.
We
you know?
are.
I mean, it's all about 2A.
Yeah, exactly. All right, looks like we are live, Gun Talk Live from the Remington booth at the NRA show in Indy, baby. Indy, baby.
Whoop, whoop.
We've got the experts here, Travis Tomasi, Jessica Brooks Stevens with us, and we're talking ammo and bullets, which are, as my friend Jessica has always said, and I quote her all the time, it delivers your intention to the target.
Thank you, but it's
Your
it's,
quote, TM.
But it's TM, but it's not. It's not the ammo. It's the projectile.
Right.
I mean, it is the bullet that delivers your intentions
it's the
to
last
target.
thing that hits.
And
Yep.
I don't care if it's paper or if it's got skin and bones.
Yeah.
You know, so the projectile and the performance is really, really critical.
Really critical because you could do everything right, but if your bullet falls apart and doesn't do its job.
And once that bullet leaves the barrel, it's out of your control. So
True.
you better have a projectile that can perform based on your target.
So, I think people think about Remington, 200 years. They know Remington is a gun company, but Remington is one of the giant ammo companies out there.
Well, and
there's a history there.
yeah, and for a long time, I mean, we were the only gun and ammo company. And I mean, Travis calls me, what do you call me?
Ammo gal.
Ammo gal.
Or ammo guru, because I've learned so much from you.
So, I mean, when people talk to me, it's like, yeah, we make guns, but hey, have you checked out Remington ammunition
That's
lately?
the exciting part, yes. And, we like to kind of geek out on the ballistic side of things here at Gun Talk. And so you have a couple things that we wanted to talk about of the the Golden Saber line of a couple different bullets here. Tell me what you got.
Yeah, so we've got Golden Saber Black Belt that was actually launched last year. And then we have Golden Saber Bonded, which, I mean, Travis, you and I have talked about that a lot. I mean, Golden Saber Bonded, well, it's launched commercially this year, but, I mean, law enforcement.
It's been around.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So law enforcement's been using the bonded Golden Saber for
decades.
Decades.
Since the late 80s, yeah.
Wow, okay.
And it's really, I mean, for a long time, it was, the standard. I mean, Golden Saber Bonded, they knew it was going to get the job done. Set the bar. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, and people have to understand when we talk about law enforcement or military using really any product in our world, and guns, ammo, accessories, whatever, the testing that they do on this to actually start using it, it's extensive.
Right. And so, our R&D team, I mean, because these are premium products, black belt and bonded, they ensure that it performs to the FBI protocols, those specs through bare gel, clothing, steel, wallboard. I mean, this is, in terms of, we have product lines, our good, better, and best product lines. This is the best of the best.
So explain bonded, a little bit for people go, okay, bonded, what the heck does that mean? What do you do to a bonded bullet, and what does it do for the shooter?
Yeah, so, and again, as Travis and I, because Travis and I sort of do training videos together.
Right.
And Travis, I mean, we were talking, why a belt versus bonding?
Sure.
And Travis is a handgun shooter. I mean, that's his baby.
That's your world.
It's my world.
So really, I mean, the performance of these two lines, I will say the terminal performance is very similar, but it's just two different ways of getting there.
Okay.
So we have the Golden Saber Black Belt is mechanically bonded with a mechano-locked belt. It's a polymer belt that wraps around the waist, the bearing surface of the projectile. And really that is what creates the controlled expansion. It controls the expansion, right? So the frontal portion of the bullet will never expand further past that mechanical belt.
It stops it.
Stops it. Right. Yeah, I mean, it's just intuitive, right? I mean, the belt, and it just boom. So because and that's how we control the frontal diameter, and frontal diameter of a projectile determines really a lot of times penetration, especially in a handgun round.
Sure.
So if it's too large of the frontal diameter, then it impedes penetration, but if it's too small, then it over penetrates. So
yep.
we tune it with the belt.
It's that balance. Someone goes, I want a huge mushroom bullet. Well, you could get a pancake going through there, but
Yeah.
it's not going to go very far.
Right. And sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes it's not. So, we really developed the expansion of these bullets, weight retention, to stick in that 12 to 18 inch
Right.
sort of spot for the FBI really says, hey, this is where your bullet needs to stop, and really we strive for closer to 15 to 16 inches where the bullet stops.
Really, and that's really narrowing it down.
But yeah, and that is, I will say, that is difficult to achieve every single time through every sort of barrier.
Sure. I mean, like you said, it depends on the use. So you're going to design a bullet, and there are certain specialized uses where they actually say we don't want that much penetration.
Yep.
And you can design a bullet to do that.
Yeah.
And then somebody goes, but it doesn't go 20 inches in gel. Well, no, it's not designed to do that.
Right. It's that 12 to 18 inches, and I mean, nowadays we want our ammunition. We want it to be fine-tuned, and we want it to, and we're appealing to so many different genres, so we have to say, here's where we want the spec to be, and that's it. So that's the black belt introduced last year. This year, bringing bonded out to the commercial market, and frankly, I think that that makes consumers, people looking to protect themselves in their homes, I mean, you're just lucky.
It's like, it's the good stuff.
It's the good stuff because, with the bonded, I mean, obviously, we chemically bond the core to the jacket.
So you don't have that separation.
Right, and it is chemically bonded. I mean, it's held in there tight. So, and the expansion looks similar. I mean, and most people should know about bonded bullets. But like I said, the performance is similar, so it's just a different way to get there.
Well, no, Travis, we talk about the terminal performance of these, but ultimately you're a pro shooter, and I'm sure you shot a lot of this. Is it accurate? Does it, how does that performance work?
That's just one more of the standards when we're, developing these rounds. Accuracy is something that we take into consideration, and it really is accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, it shoots really good.
And when people say, well, I don't care if it's accurate, if I use it, it's going to be at 15 feet.
Right.
But
maybe.
Still, I mean,
maybe.
You don't know. But I mean, even still, all of those things together promote confidence.
Absolutely. We're talking shot placement, especially under stress.
Mm-hmm.
You need that round to be as accurate as possible.
And so if I have confidence in the products I'm using, I'm going to be able to stand there and do my job because I know the product is going to do its job.
Sure. So these are both out now, available?
Available now. The black belt is available in 380, 9, 40, 45.
Okay, common handgun calibers.
And then the bonded, we actually have also in 357 SIG because, again, we built it for law enforcement.
Sure.
And that was a request, so we have it available in that as well.
Now, would this work in like revolver cartridges and that kind of thing? I mean, would it perform that way?
Yeah, I mean, potentially, yeah.
Yeah, it could. But I mean, most people are more semi-autos than revolvers, I guess, out there being used, perhaps.
And frankly, we have a wider offering of revolver cartridges in our Ultimate Defense line.
Oh, sure.
Which is the golden Saber. It's not bonded, it's not black belt. It's a very good product. And again, law enforcement, I mean, we call it in terms of good products, better, and best. Ultimate Defense loaded with the golden Saber bullet falls in the better category, but it's top tier better. I mean, that's another one that law enforcement just really has used extensively.
So we have a few different mushroom bullets, and I'm guessing maybe different
calibers,
different performance. I mean, what do you see? Because you guys are doing all this testing, and people like to debate 9 versus 45.
Oh.
All right, we're not going to go down that road, that deep hole, but. I'm seeing these different calibers here. What's the difference in performance, or maybe is there really that much of a difference?
Well, sure. I mean, obviously, you have bullet, and help me. I mean, immediately I say, well, sure. But are you looking for in terms of energy, like what's going to take a bad guy down better, or tell me what you're asking.
Well, I guess I think the people who are watching are going, yeah, but what will this do for a 9? What will this do for a 45? And I guess maybe it's more of a question of what will this ammo do versus other types of bullets, perhaps?
You know what? I see. So if for the viewers and everyone who knows what this projectile looks like, it is going to do this every single time, and you could get sick of looking at it. It's redundant.
It's boringly redundant,
okay?
yes.
But that's the beauty of it. It does the same thing every single time, and that's what you get when you spend the money on best in class products.
Well, and
or you should get
ultimately what we're talking about here is this is on the self-defense side of things.
Yeah.
Self-defense, home defense, protecting your life, protecting your family.
And how many times do we all say, why would you just, not spend the money? Why would you throw full metal jackets in your magazine?
Right.
Why would you do, or even
Right.
cheap hollow points?
Right.
Because the time and care is taken with this ammunition and these projectiles.
The way I like to put it is, I don't want to be the guy who buys the cheap parachute.
That's a good way to
Like,
put it.
give me a break here,
Yeah.
guys. We're talking about dollars, not even dozens of
Right.
dollars
Yeah.
difference. Spend a little bit more,
Yeah.
and it's only your life.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
I mean, that's been said a lot, but honestly, to me it's a mentality, and if you have confidence, you're not even going to second guess yourself in what you're doing.
Yeah.
And like you said, hey, it's your life.
It's only been this stuff's only been dependent on law enforcement for decades.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean that you want to talk about scrutiny, and you want to put, you talk about put them to the paces, to
And
the
those,
test.
Those tests that you're talking about,
Mm.
barrier tests, glass tests,
Yeah.
those are really, really hard on bullets.
Oh my
It's-
gosh.
I'll put it another way. It's really easy for bullets that are not up to snuff to fail those tests.
No doubt. And you're
Absolutely.
asking one bullet to go through all of these barriers. So like for the clothing, we'll put, and whether it's denim or it's heavy clothing with, cotton, and I mean, because, hey, all the bad guys don't just wear only t-shirts
right.
when they're trying
Sure.
to break into your house.
Sure.
So we make sure that they perform through different types of clothing. And, we'll put that in front of a gel block so that we can, we
See
can
what it
recover the
does.
bullet and see what it does. And then the glass, it's not just straight up and down.
Right.
I mean, it's
angled,
angled.
like a
That's right.
windshield.
Right, and you know how easy that is for a bullet to ricochet off and then just and go everywhere. I mean, you want it to track straight through that angled glass.
Yeah, if it's not bonded or held together like the black belt stuff, what could really happen is you're talking about jackets separating from the core,
potentially.
things going all over the place,
Yeah.
not hitting the target.
And exactly, but and again, I'll go back to Golden Saber. I mean, that Golden Saber just loaded in the ultimate defense line, it's top tier better. I'll tell you, that bullet is really impressive
Yeah,
for
it
being in
is.
that category. So
Yeah.
I mean, we have just got, I mean, you want to protect the lives, your life and your loved ones and your friends. We've got, Remington has really, really strong product
Yeah.
line.
Get
for
the good
just about
stuff.
everybody. Yeah.
Get the good stuff. So
The best stuff.
the best stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so Remington black belt,
Golden Saber black belt, Golden Saber black belt, Golden Saber bonded, and then
Okay.
Golden Saber loaded in ultimate defense, which we don't have. I just kind of threw that in because I mean,
It's a good one too.
oh
a
man,
really good one.
Yeah.
All right, so look for it out there. It's available now in all the popular handgun calibers that you're probably already shooting. And check it out. And if you have any comments or questions on these videos, please chime in. I know that Remington will be monitoring comments and answering your questions. And on the Gun Talk side of things, we'll do the same thing. Thanks for watching live from the NRA show in Indy. We'll be back with more from the Remington booth.